extra time.
Bharat, will you call it rest day, or you have recharged your battery for tomorrow?
I think it was a pretty well earned rest, but then there was some play there, and then the boys got into business straight away.
Before the series had begun, people talked a lot about Australia's pace bowling combination, saying that it was one of world's best. But an Indian bowling attack, where basically pace bowling attack were rated as an underdog. But they just turned the table around, and you were the architect. Can you explain how did you prepare them for this series?
Now, as you rightly said, the Australians still, we do have a lot of respect for their fast bowling attack, and I think they are probably one of the best in the world. But we were more focused on what we could do, and we also knew, we had come to Australia previously, we knew how the wickets would be in Australia and things like that, very similar to the ones we got in South Africa. So we drew upon all those experiences, and then we said that to be successful in Australia, we need to make sure that we need to take the cut and the pull out of the Australian batsmen, and then focus the attack on our strengths. So that's exactly what we did.
As a coach, as a coach, what do you think the speciality of Kuldeep's bowling?
Kuldeep always is a very, very skillful bowler, and as he proved it, he's had a very, very successful stint in the one-day championship, and he's probably the #1 bowler in one-day format. And also the fact that we understood that he's blessed with a lot of skills. He's unique in the sense that very few Chinaman bowlers around the world, and also he brings the googly into fore. He can bowl the googly very well, and what makes him even more special is his ability to use the crease. He can bowl from over and round the wicket. He can bowl closer to the wicket, and also from wide off the crease. So that makes him that gives him a lot more variety, and I think there's a lot to come from that young kid.
Mentally strong as a bowler?
Yes, he is. He's young. He will learn. This is a great experience for him. He didn't have a great outing in England when he played, but then this test match would give him a lot of confidence, and considering a spinner and his age, I think he's got a lot of cricket left in him.
Yeah, Bharat, India virtually scored its first test series between South Africa in 71 years. So many congratulations for that. Tomorrow, how motivated will be the team tomorrow, since the series win has already been achieved? How motivated will be the team to go all out for a win tomorrow in case the weather permits?
See, I don't think we are motivated because we are on the winning side. The onus of this particular team is putting the team always in front, irrespective of what situation we are in. We go out there and we say that we're going to put our best foot forward and play our best cricket, and we would give. At the end of the day, the effort is what counts, and the outcome is something which you can analyze and see. But what we really look for is the effort.
The weather obviously played a part. But at what stage did you start talking about the follow-on? What stage did you begin?
Yesterday, when actually they were 150 odd for 5, and at that stage we said that because also taking into account the weather forecast, we said that we would definitely enforce the follow-on if we get a pretty sizable lead.
Was there a number of overs before which you wanted to dismiss them to enforce the follow-on?
This is probably one of the best wickets we have played on from the batsman's point of view. So we were aware that to win this game, we need that many overs to bowl at. So, and also the fact that the weather was much. It was a lot kinder than what it was in the first 2-3 days. So and also the fact that it's a great opportunity for us to make it 3-1 scoreline. So that was a huge motivation for us to go and give all that we have to make it 3-1.
It's a bit left field. There was a lot of people who were disappointed about the bad light decision last night and again this afternoon. Do you think into the future there could be a world where India would consider using a pink ball in these sorts of circumstances, where you might be open-minded to having a pink ball used when light's deteriorating?
Sorry, people use?
Pink ball as opposed to a red ball. Do you think there's a scenario where there could be a solution found to bad light where the boom lights, the floodlights are used and a pink cricket ball is used to overcome bad light in these circumstances? Is something India would be open to into the future?
Well, I think pink ball eventually would come in. I think sometime we would definitely be playing pink ball cricket. The fact that we didn't play now was because we had hardly played with the pink ball. But eventually, yes, that could be the future of cricket.
Can you just talk about playing Kuldeep Yadav in this match? Is it just because you wanted a surprise element? Australia hasn't faced Kuldeep. What was why was the reason for playing two spinners, and especially Kuldeep Yadav?
But we had earlier we had played a practice game at Sydney, and also the T20 match in Sydney. So we were quite aware of the conditions that existed, and also we felt that playing, if at all we need to play two spinners, that would be at Sydney. And looking at the conditions, we were definite that we would be playing two spinners. But initially we thought it would be experience with Ash and Jadeja, but then Ash was ruled out because of his fitness, and so Kuldeep came in.
But in terms of touring overseas, this has been a really tough year for the team. I mean, team played well, but results were not there in South Africa and England. So what have been the learnings from this year in terms of the team management and in terms of the team itself from the year's performance?
When we did start off, it was a great opportunity for us in South Africa and then in England. And though the score lines in England suggest a totally different viewpoint, but I thought we were very, very close to winning in England. We did make mistakes there, and we thought hard as to where we went wrong. And we said that those are the very areas that we would focus as we go forward. You can't be making the same mistakes again and again. So I thought Australia, those two tours were a great experience for us, and that has helped us immensely to come and do well in Australia.
Can you pinpoint one or two mistakes that you sort of made in South Africa or in England?
I was more than saying mistakes. I said we are too eager to get them out. We always, if you notice in England, we got the first half pretty easily. They were always about 80 for 5, 90 for 5. And then we struggled with the second half. So I thought the bowlers were too eager to finish off the tail. So we said, let's bowl to the tail just as we would to the top half. Those were the mistakes that we made, and I thought it came in handy here.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.